Mariners at home against the Red Sox. Great matchup. Speaking of money, both of these teams are top 5 in ROI. The Mariners are number 1 in ROI. It's Paxton against Porcello. Seattle's $1.45, 7 the total. Sick numbers for Paxton, and he's 3-0 with 2-0 with a minuscule ERA against Boston as well. Price pitched well yesterday. A great game, well-played game. They got the win, ended the Mariners' 4-game winning streak. And now with Porcello, it's been night and day. The guy who won over 20 games on the Cy Young a couple of years ago stunk last year, but he's back on track this year.
Yeah, he sure is. Let's start with last night's game. This is one that I had wrong. I thought this game was going to be a slugfest, and it was the exact opposite, a pitcher's duel throughout. Price, as you mentioned, 7 innings of 4-hit ball. Kimbrel in the scoreless ninth to get his 22nd save. And the Red Sox major league leading 48th win of the season. Manager Alex Cora, quote, "That was a pretty cool game, 2-1. That's a good team over there." On the other side, Mariners manager Scott Servais, they made big plays tonight, and we didn't. We had to somehow come up with the big hit, and we just didn't get it. So we've seen the Sox as big dogs a handful of times this season, at plus 130 or higher. This is the 7th time that Boston will be in this price range so far this year, despite the fact they have the best record in the majors. 3-3 in those games as dogs at plus 130 or higher. They beat Ohtani, LA. They lost to Severino and Tanaka. They beat Verlander and Morton in Houston, and then lost to McCullers in that series. So it's not like we've seen the Sox in this role very often, but when we have seen them in this role, they've been earning a profit for their supporters. And of course, as you mentioned, Porcello has been pretty darn good this year in comparison to last year, much more like his Cy Young season in 2016. The quote from Porcello, 2 years ago is a long time now, it feels like. So it's hard to compare. I think we're doing some things differently than we even did 2 years ago. So I haven't really thought about what I was doing then. I know what I'm doing now, and I want to keep that going. Of course, remember, Porcello went from 22-4 in 2016 to an AL worst 17-loss season last year. MLB's high winner to MLB's high loser. This year, he's certainly pitching much better and much more like the 2016 form, which, good news if you like Boston at the plus price tonight.
You're talking plus 16 units on the season. People are wondering when Seattle's going to start to lose. Maybe it's not going to happen. Now, the Astros could run away with this, at least get a comfortable lead, because this next month stretch, they're playing bad teams, below average teams, and Seattle playing some difficult teams, as you see who they're taking on right now. But they just swept the Angels in the loss on Thursday. But I like them tonight because of Paxton. As I mentioned, 6-1 with a 3.02, but he hasn't lost since the first start of the season. And here it is, 2-0 with an 0.39 ERA in 3 career starts against the Red Sox. 9 straight starts, 3 runs or less allowed. Lasted at least 7 full in 4 of his last 5. Guy's been filthy. I mean, who does it? He had the no-no and then had the 16 strikeout game too, back-to-back.
Yeah, he's one of only 2 pitchers in baseball with a pair of complete games this season. And I mean, if you want concerns for Paxton, he has thrown a ton of innings. He has thrown a ton of pitches. So that's, all right, here's a red flag if you want to find a red flag for this guy. But I'm not looking for red flags for Paxton. This guy is pitching like an ace. The consistency has been there. The dominance at home has been there. The track record against the Red Sox has been there. The ability to eat up innings has been there. I do have my concerns about Seattle's bullpen tonight. This is a bullpen. They were really used up in that Angels series. Again, intense situation last night for the Seahawks pen behind King Felix. I worry about the Seahawks. The Mariners pen behind King Felix. I got football on the brain, Pauly. What am I supposed to do? But it's a situation where I do worry about the Mariners bullpen late. Probably a little bit more than I worry about the Red Sox bullpen. I think they're in better shape, even though Kimbrel did go last night. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.